and welcome to a new video. And today we are going to talk about our exports feature. So let's go. So we are in our gas tank monitoring workspace, and I have prepared this one. As you see, we have a couple of gas tank field level devices in here, and they are measuring. What I mean with I prepared it, I added tags to some of my devices. And as we showed in the video before, you can now multi-select and add tags at the same time to multiple devices at once, which is an awesome feature, and I used it, of course. As you see now, we have a new element in our left side menu, and it's called exports. And now there's great news, and I'd like to share them. We are currently working on the reports feature, and the reason why we created exports is to make it easier for you to create backups of your data, and also to create manual downloads of your data in a way easier way. And we've had also the feedback that a lot of people said our CSV file export report is not really a report. It's just like exporting the data in a very simple way. So we took the feedback from you, and we implemented in our exports features. So now I'm gonna show you here, we have two tabs. We have export configuration, and we also have generated exports. And these generated exports is where you are going to be able to download your data later on. This is gonna be available for you 2 years. So even if a year has passed and you generated an automatic export, you will be able to download these. And we created it in this way so that you can, for compliance reasons, you can have audits on your data, and you maybe want to download it year after it was catched. So now I'm going to create an export and show you what we have here. You can give your export a name, and this is very recommended, of course, so that you can later on find it on the generated exports list. I'm going to make a manual export first. As you see here, we have both manual and automatic exports. Now, not all of them are available in all plans. Our automatic exports are available in the Light, Standard, Plus, and Enterprise plans, and manual exports are available for everyone. Manual exports are, you need to go in there, you need to select which devices you want to add, the time frame, time zone, and so on, and then you generate it, and then it will be available for you to download it. This is for debugging purposes. For example, if you want to see, okay, what did my sensor A produce yesterday, you can go ahead and create a manual export of it. Now, we do have a device selection, and we try to make it as friendly as possible. That means that you can, by default, select devices by tag. And that's why I added my tag VIP, because then it makes it way easier to just simply select all devices that have this tag. You can filter, you can try to make like match at least one tag or match all tags if you have several tags. But you also have the option to select all devices, for example, or to select devices by name, and you can filter them as you did before on the reports feature. If you have a key, for example, inside of the name that represents location, for example, then you can filter all devices that have that inside of the name. Now I'm gonna just leave devices by tag because that's easier, and I'm gonna add the tag VIP. And in here you have a time frame selector. And if I go back in time, you will see that these dates are grayed out. And that is because inside of your plan, you have a specific amount of days in the future that you can go and download. For free devices, you have 14 days. That means that even if it's this week, your devices usually have 7 days data retention, you still can go ahead and get data from the week before. And in this case, I'm going to make a manual export of my devices, VIP devices, from yesterday. And in here, I can say yesterday from the start of the day until, for example, 8 p.m. Now I'm gonna go ahead and select my time zone. In this case, I'm in the Berlin time zone. And in here, I also have the possibility to filter the fields in a different way. By default, semantics are enabled here, and semantics are a way of normalizing your device's data. In here, you have all of our available semantics. We have a lot of them, but you can also still select specific field names. Now, you need to be mindful. If all of your devices belong to the same product, then that's fine. All of them will have the same field names. But if you are selecting devices that belong to different products, you might want to use semantics because they will normalize, for example, temperature values, and you won't have to select the field temperature multiple times. Or you can select all fields. In this case, I'm going to select field names because I'm just interested in downloading temperature and pressure and level, and that's it. Now you have different export formats. You have CSV file or Excel. Again, Excel is only available on our Lite, Standard, Plus, and Enterprise plans. I'm just going to generate a CSV file. And you also have the possibility to select the date format for your CSV file. Either you select year, month, day, hour, minute, second, or the ISO 8601. I'm just going to select that one. And you also have possibility to select the CSV delimiter. This is for regional purposes. Sometimes numbers have commas inside, and we don't want it to be then a comma separated value, but a semicolon delimited CSV file. In this case, I don't care. I'm just going to select the normal comma delimited CSV. And now I'm going to create my export. This was a manual export. That means that it immediately is generated. Gonna refresh my page, and in here you can see already the manual export. It has the devices tagged by tag, so my VIP tag, my time zone, the included fields, and you can see in here it's a manual one. And yeah, this was the one-time generated manual export. Now I'm going to go to the generated exports, and as you see, it's a completed export. It has a name. It is included in a zip file, and we do this now standard because we want to have a good performance. And when you generate a very big backup of your data with a lot of devices, with a lot of fields, that takes a lot of time, and that can clog up our queues, and we don't want that. So that's why they are now inside of a zip file, but when you download it, you can extract the data. Now I'm going to download it, and I'm going to open it. We have one file per device, and if we open one of them, you will see this one gas tank one has pressure, temperature, and level for the time frame that we selected. So from the 18th at 0 to 8. So those were the measurements that we received in this time. Now I want to show you how to generate an automatic export. And the automatic export will, as the name says, generate automatically these exports on a daily, weekly, or monthly basis. Automatic export of my devices with the tag VIP. Now I can select if I want a weekly or a daily or a monthly export. I'm going to select a daily export. And again, I'm going to select my time zone, and I want field names. I want pressure, temperature, and level. And in here, I can select email notifications. These recipients will receive a reminder that the report or the export was generated. That means that I won't receive as an attachment the automatic export. I will receive the reminder that it is available inside of the platform, and I have to log in and download it. Now we have again export format, date format, and the delimiter I want. Now this is going to be generated on a daily basis. That means that when I click on create export, it's not going to get generated automatically for the time being. That means that tomorrow it will be generated, and the day after, and the day after, and the day after. That means I cannot control when exactly it gets generated, but I will have a backup, an automatic backup of my data daily. Now, as you see, this one looks a little bit different. It has a next run. That means that the next time it will run, it will be tomorrow at 5:30 a.m. I can enable or disable it. I can go ahead and edit. If I want an export that has a different set of devices, for example, then I would go ahead and modify it. Or if I want a location, for example, inside of it, I can go ahead and change it. So I can still edit an export, but of course, only the next generated bronze will contain my changes. The already generated ones will be already included in the generated exports for me to download it. Now the generated exports also has a select all. In this case, I only have one manual export in here, but if I have a very big set of exports in here, I can go ahead, select all of them and download all of them at once, or I can multi-select exports and download them at once. So this export feature is basically a backup generator, an automatic backup of your data, or it also serves the purpose to debug your devices with a manual download of a set of fields of a specific time window. And it's intended to be way easier to configure. You have an easier form that you need to fill in, and then you have automatically a backup of your data inside of Datacake, and it gets stored for a longer period of time for you to download it. So I really hope you like this feature, this exports feature, that you can use it. If you have any questions, ping us. We are happy to hear your feedback, and I will see you next time. Bye.